Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kings and queens, welcome to Return to Black Broadway podcast show. Your boy Ray Gideon Peoples, aka Peoples the Dapper Demon Clapper, one time, and my main man, the man with the plan himself, AJ Throwback in the building.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. We got another special guest, as always, coming to y'all live and direct right here. Brother, the man, the OG with the plan. DJ Shane in the building. One time, show some love.
What's up, Kings, man? I'm just pleasure to be in the building with two great brothers, two kings, man, and I'm just excited to chop it up.
Yes, indeed, man. So listen, before we get popping in this whole conversation real quick, want all my good people out here who just tuning in, show some love. You know, you ain't give a shout out from where you at. You ain't got to be a scholar with a dollar. You don't got to write a paragraph when you're riding. I just need you to show love and tap in. You dig? You know what I mean? Wherever you at, in the town, out of town, around the town. You know what I'm saying? Drop in the comments real quick. Just let us know you in here. All right. So, right to it, Brother Shane. Talk to us about how you got started DJing and emceeing and curating. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna be here for a while if I keep saying all these names. It's long,
Yeah,
man. Hear me.
yeah, man. We like that old in Living Color skit. Me got 3 jobs. Me only got 12 jobs. You lazy bum.
Yeah, man. Straight like that.
uh Oh man, my love for music, it started out real early. I can remember getting good grades in school. Most kids, they want some J's, they want some money. Nah, my mom knew I just wanted some records. So she would take me get some records and tapes, take me down to Nobody Beats the Wiz,
Yes,
Willie's.
sir.
And I remember my
Yeah, you taking me
first,
back on that, bro. You was
yeah.
right.
And and my house was like the party house. We would have parties. The whole neighborhood would come to our house, and my mother, she knew, she could trust me with her records. Don't mess up my records. Put the needle on this song. I was the one. Even from when remember the joint I Got the Power by Snap. You know, we put that record on. I kept my mother's records on. And from there, it just started. My first record I could remember her getting me was um Love's Gonna Get You by Boogie Down Productions. And when I tell you, I knew that track from front to back, storytelling, everything in it. From when she bought me Self Destruction, and I knew everybody's line on Self Destruction. So I always just been into records, into music, and how I used to be. We'd be in the lunchroom freestyling and everything, trying to get your flow. The honeys in the lunchroom and high school. So from then, that's when I fell in love with MCing. When I heard Big Daddy Kane, when I heard Special Ed, shout out to Special Ed, he just got inducted to the Hip Hop Hall of Fame last weekend. I wish I could have
Nice.
made that joint. But yeah, just from then, just being around the culture, you know. Um, and my first actually DJ gig started. I always remember from when my son was born. My son, he's 13, so I started DJing 13 years ago. I was working for an office, and I was the man in the office. So anybody wanted some new music, they came, hit me up. So my man, shout out my man Lonnie, he was like, "Yo, instead of us bringing in the DJ, you the one with all the music. Why don't we get you the DJ?" So I was like, "Okay, bet." So I DJ'd the Christmas party, and then from there just started building up my equipment, building up my craft, shadowing other DJs, learning what they do. And I know from here, right here in DC, I had certain DJs that I would make sure I go see, make sure I check out. Like Alize, that's my guy right there. Like A lot of the techniques, a lot of the blends and stuff I learned from Alizé. Going, if I knew he was gonna be somewhere, I'm gonna go up there, post up, dap him up, see how he transitions, how just like that was my dude. You know how ball players, you may watch, a guy in the league, and all right, when the game is over, go out on the blacktop, practice them moves. Like Alizé was my dude. So every time I see Alizé or rap to Alizé now, I be like, man, you my Michael Jordan. You was that dude for me.
Mm.
So just started from there. And then about I want to say about 6 or 7 years ago is when I actually did my first music project with my guy Chels and my younger cousin Novocaine. So we did our first project. It's called Immobilize. The name of the album is called We Are Greatness. It's on all streaming platforms and everything. And did that. Started grinding, got a little buzz till now. You see me doing radio. You see me curating these playlists. You see me doing these album projects. Man, I'm just in love with the craft right now.
Man, that's powerful, man. Yeah, man. We want to while we at it, I seen a couple people jump in. Shout out to my man Ill, producer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's
what's
the homie
good with
right
it,
there.
brother?
Uh huh.
Yeah, I seen the good brother Ramsey pop in. Peace, what's good, King?
Yeah. Shout out Ramsey.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah, brother Ramsey, gotta give a shout out to Collective Conscious Media. He's part of the R2BB video production team,
Yes,
you
indeed.
know, and we got some heat for y'all. We're gonna be dropping actually tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
that we just shot. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Ramsey. You know what I mean? Shout out to Lowe's from U Street TV. Shout out to DC Rants and Media who helped us edit and just put the bang on the whole boogie of the whole video. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we got a little short movie going on for y'all. We ain't just giving you some music. You know, we going to bring the whole essence of Black Broadway all the way in on this.
That's
Mm-hmm.
So,
what's up. That's
yeah,
what's up.
man.
Hey,
Much
definitely
love.
want to give you your flowers for pushing the culture forward, man.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to do what I can. I'm, adding my little part, man. I ain't trying to say I can save the whole world, but I'm definitely going to add my little part. You did?
Yes, sir.
As do you kings as well. So yeah, man, like talk to us about what it is that you feel is different about the way DJs kind of do their thing, yourself and others, in here in DC and in the DMV area that's different from the way DJs DJ like out of town.
Um, yeah, it's a good question. Good question. I would say one of the biggest things, especially about here in DC versus anywhere else, like DC is definitely a melting pot. You know what I'm saying? So like if you go to New York or you go to Miami or you go to New Orleans, you go to these different places, and when a lot of DJs DJ, um, they may, I don't want to say just stick to like the radio joints or whatever, but here in DC, you gotta have one, you gotta know your crowd. You know, here in DC, it's a good blend of what you get on the radio and all that, but of course, we're gonna give you, and especially me when I DJ, I like to take the whole the whole party, the whole club on a musical journey. So I'm gonna take you, I'm gonna take you from back in the day. I'm gonna take you to some classic joints. I'm gonna take you to right now. I'm gonna give you some album cuts, and of course, because we in DC, I'm gonna throw in some go-go. And one thing I always say about DJing is yes, it's about the crowd and making everyone party, but you got to know your niche. Everyone got to know how to cook up whatever they niche or their favorite dish. Some people, you may be cooking up, some southern cuisine or whatever. Me, I got that walk. So when I'm cooking and I'm chefing up, my niche is blends, to where I take a vocals from one track and put it on the instrumentals of another. And I also can have been doing go-go blends. So I may take a regular track and blend it in with some go-go, and it just add a whole new flavor to it.
Mm. I love how you said that because that's part of one of the things we actually did. By the way, to that technique, a word to your, you yourself, also Superfunk Regular, the CeeLo, Alizé,
Hmm.
all the great, and by the way, we do here at R2BB, we do consider DJ Shane one of the greats, just so y'all know it.
Appreciate that.
You know what I mean? This ain't just a brother. Hey, let's interview you just because you had something cool to share. Like, nah, he does have cool things to share with the brother, the legendary. Just want to say that on record right here, live and direct. So yeah, man, all of these different DJs and DJ RBI as far as the newer, crowd,
Yes, sir.
your
That's
new
my guy
breed.
right there.
That's my dude. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He shows so much
Shout
love.
out.
He actually word to DJ, and he actually is the DJ scratching on R2BB Cypher Joint,
Dope, dope,
you know.
dope.
And so I agree to your whole point. Our whole niche here, with the blends and with the elements of go-go and with the elements of different other styles that come in because there's so many different things that different people like here. It's not just all one thing. The only common thing that most people like here is go-go. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
ours alone. You know what I
I
mean?
would, if I could ask you, sir, because I did hear something where you when you said live and direct. Are you a reggae head?
Oh yeah, man. Like
Yeah.
well, by heritage also, I'm half West Indian. On my mother's side is from Barbados and family from Trinidad.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so like I kind of grew up. I grew up on the south side, but I kind of grew up with a lot of that actually just kind of blended in my home life.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it shows more at my older age because when I was younger, I kind of tucked it away because how I was in DC growing up.
Yeah.
Like you kind of like had to find your way to being individuals. So yeah,
Mhm.
you hear me use terms like that every so often. It's definitely a part of what I'm into.
Yeah. So I can hear you on that rate live and direct, live and direct.
Yeah,
And
man.
oh
Yeah.
man, my reggae set. Ooh, buddy. I mean,
Mm,
cause I used to go see like the Stone Love DJs. So I may give you some Ninja Man. I may give you some Mad Cobra. Really just taking it back to the essence of reggae.
yeah, man. The reggae and the reggae dub, like that was a part of definitely what I experienced. And I even remember a time. I mean, I think to some extent it still goes. You probably could give me more insight on that in the DJ world, but like there was a time, like probably in the '80s and '90s. Even in the '80s, I was a younger, but then I would remember it, and then even in the '90s, and then like the early 2000s was like the whole reggae culture was
Oh,
smoking, and all the DJs in DC was playing reggae joints.
yeah, man. Especially shout out to the crossroads. Like, you could go
Oh
to
Mm.
yeah,
certain spots and you got, and I mean reggae. There's reggae, there's dance hall, a lot of what people think now is reggae is actually more so like Afro beats. It's crazy that they talking about African music and they actually thinking it's reggae. Like, nah, I'm talking about real reggae. Like I said, whether you got your Ninja Man, your Shabba Ranks, your Cableton, your Sprague Benz, like real reggae. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
never I never forget I was dating a chicken. We went uptown and we went to this house party and there was no furniture in the whole house. It's wall to wall people.
Wow.
Total reggae vibe. And when a song likes that, if you've been to a real reggae spot, when the song that comes on that they like, they get to banging on the walls. Like it's a whole
yeah.
different vibe.
There with a Willie back like that. Pew, 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 pew,
Yeah,
pew.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
lit. But I'm trying
yeah.
to say, if y'all ain't never been to a reggae drink, a real authentic reggae drink, And
Yeah.
it's even more lit if you actually on an island soil. Like if you ever been to a party on the islands,
Ooh, I can
well, you
imagine.
ain't party until you been to a party on the islands. It be
Yeah.
just like what you saying, bro.
Mm. Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I like I said, I just love the culture. Like I even have some sets I call soul sessions, where basically, let's say, before I actually play a hip hop track, I'm gonna give you the sample of the original track that was sampled. So let's say like if I play Most Def, Miss Fat Booty, I'm gonna actually play the Aretha Franklin song that it was sampled from and transition you right into the Most Def joint.
Oh, that's slick. That's a slick
Yeah,
blend right there. Yeah, I
yeah.
love that, man. I love that. And then a lot of that, some people may not even realize how much of an art there is to DJ in all aspects. The
Hmm.
blending, the mixing, the cutting, the scratching, all of it is such a like instrument all by itself.
Yeah.
It's not just a tool to grab things from other places. It in and of itself is an instrumentationally driven instrument.
Hmm.
If that could sound redundant but still make sense at the same time. Instrumentationally driven.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, like the whole point, it's like in and of itself, it embodies another layer or level or dimension of the culture that represents another wave and generation of black excellence and kingdom excellence that came in during the 80s.
Absolutely. Yep. Cool Hurt,
Yeah,
who is um West Indian as well.
absolutely. And that's actually
Hmm.
where a lot of that whole lit aspect of the hip hop culture came from.
Hmm.
I mean, and so, of course, based on demographic and lifestyle in different regions, it takes on different forms and evolves as it has. In some ways, in great, in some ways, different folks, we have varying opinions about the way we are or aren't. But
Hmm.
the point is that the power of the people's voice and the art that's being created gives people an opportunity to direct their thoughts and their purpose in a particular direction, and it brings so much to the world. Paints a picture for the world. It's a part of what Black Broadway is all about, and so I'm glad that you shared a lot of that because it's like we really want the people to know and understand what it is that we have here.
Hmm.
For us to understand first
Yeah.
what we have here. So yeah, that's powerful, man. Let's check in real quick one time with the comments and see who we got going on here.
No new comments since we've been rolling. But we got some folks watching. So anybody who's watching and you haven't checked in with us, definitely send us a shout out. We'll shout you right back out. Let us know you're here. Let us know where you're from. All of that good stuff, so we can recognize you and acknowledge you and appreciate you for tuning in tonight.
Yes, indeed. All right, so look, let's get a little bit funky with it right quick. I would like to present to the people in real time one of these awesome blends because right about now we usually do the guess this instrument or guess this song. But now what we're gonna do is spice it up. Since we got a good brother DJ has provided us with the blend situation, we want y'all to guess what different type of elements or genres y'all hear. Like, if it's hip hop, go go, jazz, soul, whatever. You know what I mean? If you can pick out what the brother got cooking in the pot.
In the
You know what I
block.
mean? In the pot. You hear me? So jump in the comments and share your thoughts, your ideas. You take a crack at it, what you thinking. Also, for the bonus round, we gonna talk about if you can name actual artists from stuff that's in the blends. That's when you really get to listening if you got the ear for it and
Hmm.
you love for it. So anyway, brother AJ, which one we gonna run first, sir?
We gonna run this joint that's named Chunky. We gonna run this joint.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So here we go.
DJ Shane, drop it. Salute King.
She gotta shake a little, she gotta shake a little, she gotta shake a little something. Ooh. Throwing that thing from left, right, side to side. She gotta have her own money. Oh yeah. Shout out to the girls that pay rent on time. If you ain't here to party, take your ass back home. If you get naughty, baby, here's my phone. Slide with your boy to the bar. Slide with your boy to the car. I've been searching everywhere and now here you are. Junkie. Looking for them girls with the big old boobs that drop it down and gaze it first. Yeah, them the ones I'm trying to recruit. I'm looking at you, yeah, baby. Now let me hear you say
That's all they getting. That's all they getting. That's all they getting.
All right. So, people, talk to us. Let's talk about what musical styles or genres you hear, and let's talk about what song you think he did the blend with.
Yes, indeed. And while we waiting for people to weigh in, definitely want to send a shout out to Lady Crawley on the check-in. Appreciate you so much for tapping in, sis.
Yes,
and
indeed.
also big sis Joy on the check-in. Thank you so much for tapping in. I always appreciate y'all for always appreciate when the ladies come through.
I got
Yes,
the
indeed.
the queens in the building.
Queens in the
That's
building.
right.
Yes,
That's
indeed.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
So, well, while we here, Queens in the building, y'all got to crack at what musical style he just played. He just did on the blend that you hear, and if you know the artist that he did the blend with.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite joints I did right there, boy.
Yeah, that joint, crank.
Yeah,
I had to play that joint. As soon as I heard it, I was like, yeah, that's the
thing is
one.
locked, boy. What?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
love how was able to merge. Even it's like 3 different layers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Within the whole blend.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so listen. Before we give it away, going once, going twice, going thrice. All right, cool. You know what I mean? So go ahead and tell us, Shane. Break down the blend for that one for us, man.
Alright, so that's one of my favorite joints by Bruno Mars, the Chunky joint. So I was like, alright, I really felt like the song was one of the best songs on the album that he dropped, and I was like, yo, this joint ain't really getting, a lot of spins like that. So shout out my brother Ramsey. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna bring Bruno Mars to DC. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put him on the front line with the band. So I blended it, of course, with the Go-Go Pocket. But then, of course, you hear the layers of the horns and all that stuff on it. And I was like, all right. So I want this joint not just to be for the older Go-Go heads. I'm gonna throw a little bounce beat in the transition of the pockets. So that's why you hear it go from one pocket, then the bounce, the bounce section, and then it flows right back into the original pocket.
Yeah, that's that Go-Go Live transitioning on an instrument called a turn.
That's right. That's right.
So, and I think Bruno probably would have been from Mo County, so he would have came from Mo County down to the city and performed with the band.
Right.
Yeah.
Moco.
Yo, what's funny is just being all of us are from here or whatever. It's funny how even if nobody else on this whole live knows what we're talking about other than the DC people, we all probably laughed at that same joke the same way because we all
Mm,
know why he made that reference.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, but yeah, man, I think that's so dope. Like, I'm all about, like, anybody who who knows me, they'll tell you I'm all about the genre blend, bro. I love genre blending and bending. Showing how you can blend different elements of the culture together and create something amazing, that's
Mm.
different from just a regular.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about blends. As a DJ, it's like and I even play other other DJ blends. I think that's one of them. Some DJs be like, nah, I don't play other. Like, come on, man. Like, it's enough for all of us. So I just if I find that's me saluting another DJ. Like, yo, you killed that joint. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put your joint on in my set. And when you make original blends, it's basically like you can make an original blend. Somebody here to be like, oh, okay, and they'll try to duplicate it. But as a DJ, it's like your stamp. It's almost like a DJ freestyle. It's like you putting your stamp on this particular cut, on this particular record. That only you may have thought of. And a lot of times, sometimes this is how the universe works. You may jump on a blend and you not really record it and not really put it out there. Then somebody else, I had that same idea because they may, find that same record that goes with that vocals. You like, man, I knew I should have put it out, should have put it out first,
He
but
said, too late, got him.
yeah, yeah, got him, yeah. But and it's one of them things that makes your set unique. What really got me into blends when I used to starting out as a DJ, as they said in Juice, oh, you local. So I will open up for the, I've opened up for the big DJs, and there's a cardinal rule in DJing. Like, if I open up for a kid who's in town, or I open up for, for a big DJ who's in town, like, there's an unwritten rule, like, all right, you as an opening DJ, you don't really play the big major hits,
Exactly.
because then you scrape the plate and not really left nothing on the plate for that DJ to rock. But with me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, cool. I ain't gonna play them, but I'm gonna play it my way though. You know what I'm saying? To where
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna mix it in to my set, and it's gonna sound totally different than anything they ever heard. One, I'm still staying in my lane, but I'm gonna put that pressure on you as like you the big dog DJ. I done lit the stage on fire to where now you gotta bring it.
Yeah, he said that Batman better bring kerosene behind
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Huh? I'm fighting the boy. Lit him up.
mm,
Yeah, the whole situation, man. What like that just made me think of reggae culture again because if you have ever heard of reggae culture DJ and the hype man, the dude on the mic, you ain't heard hype till you heard a reggae party DJ go hype.
yeah,
And so I really like put my hats off to the DJs here in Black American culture who have taken to that part of our heritage as a people and really tried to do their thing with it, you know what I mean, and
yeah,
embrace it, you know what I mean, because it really is a special whole nother sound, color, and texture that just takes you another place.
yeah, yeah. And of course, one of the things I love about about DJing, it's kind of like when the real estate game kicked off. Everybody was like, I don't watch this video now. I can sell real estate. People like, oh, I don't bought these turntables. I done joined this record pool or downloaded these bunch of songs, and now I could DJ. It's like, okay, yeah, go ahead, try it. Till you really learn the art of controlling the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of DJs, they may post clips on like IG, and you catch them and you think like, oh, they ripped the party. Well, that was like 10 seconds of the whole party. You know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
know, and like me, I don't even really have to speak on the mic, but I can control the crowd. I know when to drop the record and let the crowd just, just rock and let them speak, and then bring the record right back in. So I'm controlling the crowd versus, now you got DJs, they jump in front of the turntable, start dancing, and you know, it's crazy. But that's why it's just important that you know the craft, and your niche, and you know your lane.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, indeed. Um, I think what I am happy to see is that I'm starting to notice more and more resurgence of a love and a respect for the DJ culture,
Hmm.
because it was a little period for a while where it was like DJ wasn't getting no love like they should no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With the turntablists, they wasn't really showing no love to y'all like they was supposed to. You know, and then it's like y'all held it strong through all of that. Those of you who have plowed through the lane and made a name for yourself, and been able to press forward in that aspect of your purpose by way of the Most High creating that in you to do so, and creating a way for it to come forth. It's to be celebrated. You know what I mean? And so
Absolutely.
I'm happy to see a lot of that coming back out. Like a lot more people are starting to reincorporate that in their shows. Even if you got a band, it's a band and a DJ, or it's like a
Hmm.
DJ and a drummer and a bass player. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to Queen J Mills, the homie. She does that with her set. DJ RBI, you know what I'm saying? Um, Biscuit on drums. Homie Biscuit. Shout out to the homie Biscuit if you get a chance to catch this homie. Biscuit and the sounds of the city. You know what I mean? Like, but the whole point I'm making is that people respecting the fact that the DJ is in control of an instrument all by itself.
Hmm.
And like for a DJ that really knows how to get down, the elements you can add to even a live show with a drummer and other elements of live things, but yet the instrument itself is not just him just scratching and cutting just to say, hey, we got some DJ stuff going on, but it's
Hmm.
actually creating blends and parts in the music that make it sound like you got 12 keyboard players up there. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like
Yep.
it's like it's out of sight. Like I myself have experienced that in bands that I have either put together and run or that I have been a part of. DJ element, and the truth is the DJ. Yeah, you can say the DJ is sampling us live, but a lot of what we sampling off of the DJ is what they spinning on every night they at a club.
Hmm.
That's what, especially here in this town, that's what a lot of the bands, especially these days, are doing. Is playing what the DJs is spinning.
Yeah.
And they just put their go-go twist on it, similar to what you're doing with a blend, except for all you needed was you by yourself and the elements.
Hmm. Yep.
You didn't need 12 other band members, none of that.
Yeah.
The elements of the sounds that you blending together, that's your band.
Absolutely. Yep.
So again, to be celebrated, salute to you on that. Definitely, King.
Appreciate that. And of course, shout out to Gogo. We actually at South by Southwest. Everybody,
Yes,
yeah.
we
Big
are
G,
definitely expanding.
all of them
Yes,
are out there, yeah. Shout out my man Black from Mumbo Sauce. He's out there. Big G out there. Wheezy out there. Like, yeah, it's dope to see us represented. One of the best drummers, Twink, she's out there. So,
Twink,
yeah.
that's the homie. Yeah, man. We're shout out to Twink. Shout out also to guys Ella. Because for a long time they had Twink, up there drumming for the
Hmm.
up and up microphone situation. You know what I'm saying? Shout out
Yeah.
to up and up, microphone. Shout out on the entrepreneur tip as well. Shout out to up and up clothing. Fashions. They got their own, what I'm saying, clothing line too.
Man,
Merch.
just that whole Bohemian Tavern vibe, like, man, that joint was such a renaissance, like, you know, and all the artists that came out of there. Raheem Devon used to be up there. Ari Lennox used to be up there. what's my girl? I can't even think of her name. She used to say she used to she actually did a album where she sung a lot of Prince joints. Um,
You talking about Yazara?
yes, yeah, yeah. She
Yeah,
started. Yeah,
that's folks. Me and Yazara went to Duke together. You know what I'm saying?
that's what's up.
Yeah, like she's man, that man, she's good people, man. That girl
Yeah,
got talent,
yeah.
for
That
real.
whole that whole up and up Bohemian Tavern, like man, that vibe used to be crazy.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Again, bringing it right back to return to Black Broadway. 'Cause the whole point is returning back to the essence of our true culture and not being sorry, trendsetters and trailblazers for years, and just being, totally um, in our whole bag about what we've always had to offer, but we've had to fight so hard to be recognized. But now in this stage of the game, we're redefining and reshaping how the world sees us on our own terms. As the most
Absolutely.
high made it so yeah, it's all about that, man. And you got again, expanding out the South by Southwest, and also across international borders, gone overseas, and, folks to Ghana and different other places. It's only right because it's long overdue.
Hmm.
It's
Yes,
long
sir.
overdue, and we're not just gonna make make good on this time of expansion and on the outer borders. That's just to show how far the Most High has allowed us to reach. We are now building infrastructures that will stamp exactly what I'm saying on home soil now.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
See, before the name of the game was always about, okay, I'm gonna do as much as I can here, but I gotta get out of town, bro.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
for a long time, the name of the game has always been in DC. You gotta kind of like fake people out to make not, for them to feel like you represent something larger than what they can touch. And then you come back home after you did something. It's like, oh, but it's like I'm doing the same thing I was doing at home. Where was you at on
Hmm.
Friday night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I am glad to say that as we are evolving and growing, we are building different, infrastructures and initiatives and programs and partnerships that's changing that about our culture.
Hmm. Yep.
Piece by piece, we're finding ways to unify, we're finding ways to, collaborate, finding ways to, put the message out there about breaking the chains of that division in which it was previously, and just recognizing our own value as a region,
Absolute.
in every part of what we represent in the arts, whether it be through performance, production, film scoring, DJing, dance, painting, graphics, philanthropy, activist work, whether it be in, developing, things that will help support all of those infrastructures on the business and finance level, the entrepreneurship of it all. It's all connected and we got it. And it's time for us to press forward and, like you say, and like we all say here, apply pressure.
Yeah, that's been the anthem for 2023.
Yeah, man. So, speaking of, right after we check in and see if we got any comments, any new people saying something or not.
Yeah, we do. Give me 1 second. Shout out to Lola Love on the check-in. Thank you so much for tuning in. And then also our sis, Anonymous Touch, of course. Always supporting week after week, just like
You,
so many of our folks. You know what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate you for tapping in. As always, and supporting sis.
yes, indeed. So, while we're here, we're going to go ahead and run another special. Yeah, we got specials tonight. We got stuff in the bag. We was cooking up in the back seat. You know what I'm saying? While we was riding, we swerved and pulled up. You know what I mean? So yeah, we got a special exclusive that we gonna show y'all by my man DJ Shane. You know, with the theme of applying pressure.
Yeah.
So y'all tap in the comments while y'all watch and catch it, and see, let us know what y'all think, how y'all feel about that, and also, what you peep. My man said he got some gems in the video. If we gotta catch it, y'all got that, you know what I'm saying, that deeper vision to keep, pay attention to the detail.
That's
So,
all
yeah.
intentional.
DJ Shane, apply pressure.
One second, y'all. Thing is, when you sharing the screen, you gotta. It's a whole process. So everybody
got
bear
you.
with me.
Got you.
Yeah, man. While my man AJ is pulling it, I think we got it. Okay, cool.
Y'all can see that.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool.
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
I don't know why I went to that. I wasn't supposed to do that.
Uh-oh.
One second, y'all. Yeah, I don't know why I skipped to the next video. I'm trying to play this one.
Even though that was a great video too.
Technology
Shout out my
sometime.
guy.
Oh, yeah. Shout out my guy, Mr. Nomad.
Pressure bust pipe. Pressure make diamond. The one thing that we got that's the same that we share is time. What you gonna do with your time? 24 hours in a day. Whatever it is, it's not gonna be easy. It wasn't made to be easy.
You ain't wanna hate the note.
But what you're gonna have to do is apply pressure. Regardless of what's going on, how you feel, apply pressure. Regardless of what you got
One thing
going
they'll
on,
never do
the point
is outwork me. Ha ha! Apply pressure. My shit get hot with every measure. Every day I wake up, I gotta get better. Going for greatness, nothing lesser. Apply pressure. Apply pressure. My shit get hot with every measure. Every day I wake up, I gotta get better. Going for greatness, nothing lesser. Apply pressure. Apply pressure. My shit get hot with every measure. Every day I wake up, I gotta get better. I'm a rare breed, I ain't the type you need to hand feed. Just give me the play, I take the damn lead. And when I'm focused, it ain't no stopping me. Move strategically, never sloppily. It takes faith just to be great. I start my grace over empty plates. And when I say amen, I be eating steak. It take dedication just to elevate. I've been down bad, and still I had to climb back. Old haters back then, they got to double back. Can't dim my light to let a hater shine. I grind harder, glow harder, now they going blind. They underrated my greatness. Anti-lame, I stay allergic to fakeness. I had the courage to unwrap my gift so that I can truly exist. Ignorance is bliss. I thought Jordan and the gold chain was living it up, and it is. But now it's investment in businesses. Put me anywhere on God's green earth. Watch me triple my worth. Stay putting in work, applying pressure. My shit get hot with every measure. Every day I wake up, I gotta get better. Going for greatness, nothing lesser. Apply pressure. Apply pressure. My shit get hot with every measure. Every day I wake up, I gotta get better. Going for greatness, nothing lesser. Apply pressure.
You have two choices.
Apply
Either you
pressure.
spit pressure
My shit get
or
hot
you
with
apply
every
it.
measure. Every day I wake up, I gotta get
I pray I
better.
give birth to you niggas. If being my son is giving worth to you niggas, then you would understand how I'm working this nigga. See, yes, I be the son of the Most High One who gave his earth to his niggas, yeah. I'm applying pressure like I'm washing something. This is God's power. I don't use it just to cop me something or just to not be nothing. I'm telling you that I know who I am, and if I say it's God body, I do not be fronting. If you need it, son, then let me spot you something. Praying for my niggas to succeed, cause if all my neighbors white, I ain't got me nothing. Knew this from the jump. That's why in 2020, after George Floyd, I went and copped that shotty with the pump. Yeah, we ain't talking violence, but David had a slingshot, Samson had a jawbone. For whenever they come sliding, I be like Poseidon. See, I speak to the waters of my people. That's the emotional triggers they be hiding. Yeah. If I am not the one, I know I'm one of us. Yeah, sent to help my people learn to run it up. $100 million for my $100. Applying pressure till we get these fucking numbers up.
Pressure, my shit get hot with every measure. Every day I wake up, I gotta get better. Going for greatness, nothing lesser. Apply pressure, apply pressure. My shit get hot with every measure. Every day I wake up, I gotta get better. Going for greatness, nothing lesser. Apply pressure, apply pressure. My shit get hot with every measure. Every day I wake up, I gotta get better.
Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew. Yes, indeed. Apply pressure. Yeah, that was your man DJ Shane. One time on the ones and twos and on the MCing. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Yeah. And that one was special right there, boys. Shout out my brother AJ. He's actually in the video.
Yeah, man. I peeped them at the end. You either
Uh,
apply pressure or you will feel the pressure.
uh
Yes, indeed. Love it.
Choose wisely.
That's
Yeah,
right.
man.
That's
You
right.
know, I dug, I don't want to give it away because I want to see what the people think, but there's some elements in there I peeped, you know what I mean? Like subliminally, I was like, oh,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, man.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
love the fact also how in the beat, you kept the element of the DJ break beat vibe kind of kicking around the drum pattern, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Yes,
it
sir.
almost is like you was scratching on. You might have actually did this, scratching and cutting or blending. So it was like different parts of drums that you created your own pattern with to make the
Hmm.
beat. Like that's how I felt, and I thought that was so dope.
Yeah, man, when I that beat, it just give me like that Mob Deep vibes, you know what I'm saying? That J Rue the Damager, I wanted to add an update to that boom bap, and something hard, that beat is hard.
Yeah, man, we concur. That thing is flame. Yeah, man.
Yes, indeed.
For real, and then also peace to the brother. I believe his name is Yusef.
You should Assad. Yeah, that's my hey, that's my
Yusef,
guy right there. Yeah,
bro, my guy is nasty on the low. Like I'm like, yo, we need to get him on an RTBB soundtrack because you and him, we always
yeah,
talking about doing something, but I'm talking about we want to add him to the bunch.
yeah.
Like,
That's my hey, that's my shooter right there. Like I I need I need to go to. That's my dude right there. We got a
yeah.
we
Where's
got a
my
lot
guy
of.
from?
He's actually from North Carolina.
Okay, so he's a transplant that moved here.
Yeah, yeah. I'm and the crazy part. This tell you how how God working. How one thing I'm always big. Always was big on my my energy and my character. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be anywhere in the city and I'm good because I never put out no bad vibes. I never was a shady dude. Like I was always good. Even if somebody ever tried to press up on me, I always knew a big homie in whatever area I was in. So I met Yusha probably about 10 years ago, and I was DJing this event, and he was working like at the place. He had opened the door for me, let me in so I could set up my equipment, and we started rapping from there. He gave me his card, and probably about probably about 4 years ago or so, my guy Black, once again from Mumble Sauce, he was having an event, and Yusha was there, and we started rapping. I was like, man, I know this brother from somewhere, and I come home and I'm looking through some stuff, just just on a humble, and I ran across his card. I was like, that's where I remember that, and it just clicked right there, some years ago where I had met him, and we, that, like, when I say that's my brother, like that's my brother, because I don't believe family is just about blood. It's about DNA. Things that you do all the time. How you treat each other, and that's like literally that's my brother. You know. So yeah, we got some joints together. Like that's my dude.
Yeah, man, we need some more of them flavors, man, because that thing right there, bro. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yeah,
So,
shout out my brother AJ. He came down for the video shoot. One thing about me, man, I believe in putting people in the position to win. So if I know, like, AJ's good at this, I'm gonna make sure whatever I'm doing, he's my guy to do that. Because I want everybody to succeed. That's why most of the music I do is collaborations, because life is a collaboration. We not no solo act. You know.
yeah, that's powerful because it gives everyone the opportunity to expand in learning and exploring their individuality without it crowding anyone else's ability to do so because we collectively all have a part and there's enough room for all of us to expand simultaneously.
Yeah, yeah. I think, just like, my Monica, I say salute king, salute queen, and my sisters. Like, I can't call myself a king if I don't roll with other kings. You're not a king if you just around a bunch of, clowns and gestures. What are you a ruler of? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
you can't call yourself a king if everybody that you roll with is not kings and winning. Because you as a leader, that's a reflection of you.
That's
Yes,
right.
indeed. Brother Ramsey said collaboration over competition. Yes, that's the
Facts, yeah.
whole point. They're
That's right.
like, and word to that point, um, everything that we've been doing thus far, even with R2BB, has been through collaboration and partnership. We wouldn't even have been able to expand it as far as we have even thus far without so, because it would only reach a particular funnel or a particular direction. You know, both AJ and I, we have different directions we can push things in, but how much further would it go if we grab on to Uptown Exo, and then we grab on to DJ Shane, and then
Hmm.
DJ RBI says, "Hold on, someone grab somebody's foot real quick. I'm gonna put y'all in this doorway," and then
Hmm.
and so on and so forth. And then in a whole different analogy, once we are fully aware and cognizant of our value, then we can all sit down at a round table as kings and queens and have a discussion eye to eye and face to face about what we're gonna do next, like bosses without the ego.
Hmm. Yeah. I always say the word tribe, what I'm saying? Treating relationships intentional beyond ego.
That's powerful. Treating relationships intentional beyond ego. Woo! That's smoking, bruh. You know, Man, I love me a good acronym too. Oh
Yes,
boy.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes indeed. So
Yeah. And
listen,
shout out Uptown XO. He was on my album as well. Um, and I get y'all a sneak peek. Man, I got I don't. It's not a. It's a two-part piece that I'm putting together, because April is actually Black Women's History Month, and I
Yes,
don't
it
think,
is.
yeah, and I don't think we celebrate it as much. So I'm like, you know what? Um, you know, we gonna put turn the volume up on that. So I got a project dropping next month called Salute Queen, and it's basically, us kings talking to the queens. It's basically, a love letter to the queens. And I got my guy Uptown XO. He's part of the project. My guy Swift. Working on something with Yusha, and AJ's actually executive producing the project. So man, the
Mm.
ooh, this is,
Oh, but
yeah, buddy. This one
hey,
right
we
here.
can try to have a conversation offline, and y'all got room for one more because you talking about doing some shows with that. Oh boy, you know, jump
Yeah,
in the lane.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Oh boy, yeah,
yeah,
I love everything he's hearing. I'm talking about. Yeah,
yeah. So we
you know,
dropping the Salute Queens and in April to salute the sisters, and then in June we're gonna drop the Salute King, which is going, we gonna tear it down with the Salute King, but this the first setup in April is, like I said, we gonna really push the envelope and turn up the volume on April being Black Women's History Month, and we gonna set it off for the Queens in next month.
yeah, man.
Like, oh yeah, Angela Bassett ain't get it. Like, okay, yeah, just wait till April. Like, yeah, yeah,
Wow.
we gonna turn the volume up for our Queens in April. Like, we got you, we got
Man, that's powerful, man. Shout out to the queens. You know, also got to give a shout out to my queen, Avila Renee, in the building. You know what I'm saying? I ain't see her saying that on the comments. She might be just on under the radar tonight. You know,
you.
but yeah, I gotta put it out there, man. You know, because that woman has made me a better me. You hear me?
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
like I said, the even the title tracks, Salute Queen, man, it's hot, it's hard hitting. My guy Uptown XO, his verse on there, oh buddy, yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
man.
yeah,
XO be
yeah,
having the heat, man. Like
yeah,
every time I called that dude to get on a track, he brings the heat, like on
yeah,
purpose. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Like I always say, like there's different categories. So you got MCs, you got rappers, and then you got, excuse my French, some rapping ass niggas. And EXO is a rapping ass dude. Like, man, he, and one thing I love, um, AJ can tell you, everything that I do is intentional. I don't just fly somebody a record just because, they somebody. Like, if I send someone a record, you best believe I'm sending you to play. I'm sending you a record that's in your bag. All you got to do is fit into the record and do your thing. It's gonna be in your space. I don't just be like, oh, let me grab this person just because they got a name. Like, nah,
Yeah, nah, it
no,
ain't about that at all.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what? I asked EXO to do stuff on the RTBB. Now, yeah, he does have a name, but I asked EXO because I've known him since before he became the big household name that he is now. Me and him
mm,
met when we was all still, grinding, doing our thing that's coming up, going to open mics and doing shows with whoever we could get down with or build our own show or whatever. You know what I mean? But I man, that's my brother. EXO is
yeah,
one of my uptown homies. You know what I'm saying? That we grew closer just from connecting, meeting and doing different things together. It's stuff that now he's done on my projects. It's things I've done on some of his recent stuff for him. Oh yeah, shout out to the homie on that note. Shout out to the homie AB Pro
Yes,
because there's
sir.
some stuff that I did with them not that long ago that we cooked up that's unreleased that ain't out yet. I gotta wait. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
But yeah, man. Amazing people. That's my whole point. Here in this town, we have some amazing people.
yes, sir.
We are not just regular degular. We are extraterrestrial. Do you hear me?
Hmm.
Wow.
Like in many different ways. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of, ooh, on a side note, I can't wait. And speaking of DJing and speaking of all the elements of the culture, we can't wait to show y'all. this from now on tomorrow because everything we talking about tonight has all of those elements in the video.
Okay. Okay.
Every aspect, just like we're not even on purpose to the conversation we having. Just you just confirming it as a OG in the game on the DJ cut that we on the right track. You know what I
Absolutely. Everything happens for a reason.
mean? Yeah, man, it's powerful. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Shout out real quick to all the kings and queens who during this time of Renaissance and of Jubilee, who maybe was had lost the fire for a little while, but they had their ear to the street and said, "Hold on, wait a minute, everybody back outside, y'all. Come on,
yeah.
come back in."
Yep.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. I tell you, man, music definitely saved my life. Even even right now, like if people saw like behind the scenes and they would be like, "Yo, you still making music and you going through all of this?" Like, yeah, because music is it's that release. So when I'm in the booth or when I'm writing a verse, when I'm sending AJ a beat, like that's what I'm dealing with. I ain't dealing with, whatever trauma's going on at the moment. It's that moment that I can go and grab a pen, put it to this paper, put some words down, you know what I'm saying, and get out whatever subject I'm talking about, or even if I'm writing about whatever I'm going through. And it's that moment, it's that vacation away from whatever I'm dealing with. But at the same time, it's letting me deal with that and get through that reality to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear um something that my man AJ, he dropped the joint a couple weeks ago. Like, okay, my brother's doing this, I need to get back to it. When I hear ADST doing something, that's motivating me. You know what I'm saying? So it's music is definitely, I would say, saved my life.
yeah. Nah, I definitely can concur in that way. I used to tell people all the time, God, music, and maturing saved my life.
Mm,
You know, because at these points of life where I decided to tap in, whether by choice or by work of nature.
yeah,
You don't get to choose when you're gonna be a daddy. When it comes, that's time to get to it.
yeah.
Very
So,
true.
all of these things pivotably changed and saved my life because they helped make me into a king. And
Absolutely.
it continues to help me revisit areas where I need to grow and improve as a king. You
Mm,
know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's a continual blessing, man. The arts and accountability as men, and love that comes from expressing and exploring the greatness that the Most High placed in everyone's DNA. You know, everyone under the sound of my voice. If you ain't have nobody tell you today, we're gonna encourage each other. The Most High placed something that is extraterrestrial in your DNA that only because He placed it there, there's a purpose that you are either supposed to be walking in or are currently walking in. And it is divine. And it is unique
sir.
to every single person. Even within your family line, it has a continual pattern. There's something unique about your individual DNA that is not like anyone else's.
Absolutely. Look at your fingerprint.
That's right.
Yep.
That's
All
right.
of them different. Ain't one of them the same.
Mm, yes,
That's
sir.
that's part of the reason why when they do police work, why they got to fingerprint you because they can't just put a bunch of fingerprints side to side and be like, oh yeah, here it is, it's him.
Mm,
Right.
It would never happen. They would be lost for forever trying to build a case around it.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Even if you got a twin, you and
yeah.
your twin don't share the
Because the
same. Y'all don't share
twin
the
don't
same
even say the
fingerprint.
same.
Hmm. Yeah, and that's why. Well, one, you know, not to get too deep, but like I'm a slave to the rhythm. Like you know, the rhythm. Like when you think how influential music is, like when I realized that your heartbeat is actually tuned to a certain rhythm, and the moment that that rhythm is off, you can actually die
Mm,
or come back to life.
mm. That all of that right there, you just said a whole mouthful, brother. Wow.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, like if your heartbeat is off one a second, a millisecond of a beat is skipped, you can be gone, or you can be brought back.
Hmm. Wow. Word to
Yeah,
the power of the divine and of the spirit of the Most High, and of just our gifts and the energy and the creativity and the sounds and the colors and the textures and the frequency. All of that stuff is real, y'all. It's flowing through us. It's going through all of our bodies. It's all in there. It's just up
yes,
to all
sir.
of us to recognize that it's there and recognize the value of it and tap into it. That's why he
Yeah,
put. That's why he put it there.
yeah, yeah,
Yep, it was not by mistake.
yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. You're right, Rand. And you know what's crazy? See, I'm, I'm even tell you how I create, because that, like I said, everything happened for a reason. Now, I like, I don't know why it's coming to me, but I had to do a song called AED,
go on.
because you know the AED machine is what they hook up to you that pulsates your heart to bring it back to life.
Yeah,
So we do a song called AED talking about how this music has brought us back to life. Oh yeah.
hey,
That's
yeah.
fire.
Sign me up for that one, Holmes. Let's talk when we get up there. That's my kind of thing right there. I like stuff
Mhm.
like that. Healing and bringing people back to life. Yeah, I'm into all that kind of stuff all the way. You know what I mean? Even when it comes to war, warring against the forces of darkness requires love and healing.
Mhm. Yeah, life is about love. Love and war. Yin and the yang.
Yeah, and in order to win a war against darkness, you have to be able to channel the ability of the power of what comes from love. Because the thing, darkness feeds off of fear. It's not
Mhm.
hate, it's fear that
Yeah,
darkness feeds off of. Hate is just it's a byproduct of fear.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And get back to the what you were saying about the applied pressure video. Just the elements in there, like one, the scene with me, one is we shot it in a boxing gym, which life is a life is beautiful, but there's also moments where you have to train your mind. You have to um be ready to you know be ready to fight. You gotta be ready for this, because when you go into these battles, you need someone there in your corner. So of course, when you see me in the boxing ring in the corner, I got the father that birthed me and the father that raised me, right in the same corner, and I'm taking direction from them. Because a lot of times, we just, oh, I got it, but if you have true wisdom, you will seek the counsel of wise men. So that's why I got them both in my corner. Then if you look in the background, you see my brother AJ working out, all my guys around me working out. You know, I don't believe in just having people around that's not working. If they ain't working, if you used to be on the block, like if they ain't working, what they doing around here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they in the
So
way, man.
yeah,
Well,
yeah. So everybody's around me working. One of the sayings I used to have is, I don't want no coleslaw around me. Like you get that you get that seafood dinner, and everything you end up eating, whether it's the sides, the entree, but that little thing of coleslaw, nobody ever eats that. and it's like I don't want no people around me that's coleslaw, so no coleslaw around me, you know.
No coleslaw around me. Hey, yo, that's
Yeah,
a whole
That's
nother
funny.
song concept right there.
Right.
there you go.
Right.
Yeah, hashtag no coleslaw.
coming up with a whole EP.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, right here. See what I'm saying? Like we right here collaborating and making a whole EP on the spot. Y'all don't even
yeah.
understand the power of it.
Right.
And so that's why I got my guys in the background working, you know. And then of course, you
And we
know,
worked.
yes, yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they
When
did.
I tell you, I ain't never bust a sweat like that in my entire life. Oh my gosh, I was sweating in places I didn't even know I could sweat.
Wow.
The back of your knee, when the back of your
Right.
knee sweat, you know you working out.
And dripping,
Yeah.
back of my knee dripping sweat.
Yeah, man.
And, and then, you know, once again, like I said, placing all my guys in a position to win. Yeah, there you go, Ramsey. Hashtag no
No
coleslaw.
coleslaw.
No
Yeah.
coleslaw.
I love it.
So we about a whole new like, man, get your man, he coleslaw. Nigga be like, man, get your man. Like, yeah.
Hey, listen, bro. We doing film scoring around here. You know what I mean? Let's get a whole little movie going on with that little short film.
Right.
And so, you know, I had my brother BJ. He started to join off because he's actually, you know, a speaker. And then I said, you know what? Let me get my brother AJ to do, you know, to say something in there. So put him on the spot. AJ came with it. He said, you know, he said his thing. And then if you look at the end of the video, when I've been training all of this time, you know, and you think, you know, maybe I'm about to fight this opponent from, you know, some Bama across town, be talking trash. Like, nah, in the ring, it's me against me, because the biggest opponent that you have at the end of the day is within you, you know. So that's why you see that scene at the end where the both, you know, both versions of me are now going in battle.
Yeah, I peeped a lot of that. I thought that was really dope.
Mhm.
Excuse me, been a long day. So yeah, definitely. I thought that was amazing, man. And just the imagery and the just what's being demonstrated and what's being said in that. There's so many layers that we can learn from around just seeing it, and I think that's awesome. You know, also word to the theater culture of R2BB. You know what I mean? Film and theater is a whole nother aspect and lane of what we really have incorporated into what we do.
Okay.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You know, because it requires it in order for us to really tell our stories in a broader way.
Mhm. Absolutely. Yep. There you go, Ramsey.
Yeah, shout out to what Ramsey said, man's greatest challenge, man versus himself. Yes,
Mhm.
indeed. I also want to give a shout out to my little cuz, Elliot. You know what I'm saying? He tapped in with us, I think, just a minute ago. Yes, indeed. You know, appreciate you, little cuz, for tapping in. You know, we actually gotta get you on here one time. You know, words to the youngest who's doing some stuff. That boy right there, he a singing fool. Like he got a whole little.
Okay.
He like the little whole little next Chris Brown times two thing going on. You know what I mean?
I need to holler at him then. Hey, you listen. I
You know,
need
the
a hook.
A&R hat went on. The A&R
Yes,
hat went
sir.
on as soon as he said that.
Uh huh.
He has
Yeah.
an amazing voice, and like he has his own style and vibe that's unique. You know what I'm saying? He ain't copying what nobody else doing. Yeah, we talk about it.
Okay. Yeah.
TJ.
Yeah.
So again, collaboration, manifestation. See how fast that happened? That's it.
Yep.
That's all we need. Straight like that. So, real quick, I want to tap in one more again before we run our last segment. Anybody in the comments, you know, that done tapped in or spoke on any of the things we've been discussing. You know, I know a lot of times people like to jump in and share their part. We always like to, give people space to share what they're thinking.
Yeah, I've been sharing a lot of it as we've been going along. So everything that everything that anybody has said while we've been talking, I've been showcasing along the way. So nothing extra on top of that. So we definitely
Okay,
appreciate
that's a bet.
everybody for commenting and being a part of the conversation.
Yeah, that's a bet. That also means folks are engaged. They like, nah, I don't want to type nothing. I'm listening. What they talking about?
Mm.
We'll take that too. Yeah. Love that. Okay, so um before we tap out for the night, uh give the people, especially the youngins who coming behind you, the new DJs, if you had anything you want to give them, what would you say, as an OG, just sharing the craft and things that we can all learn from and improve in the craft and just in the game period.
Absolutely. Yeah. One thing I would tell them is, man, um, the first things first is one, respect the craft and remain humble. Like, you know, don't go into it trying to get the bag. Go into it respecting the craft and being humble. When I started out DJing, yeah, I had to follow some other DJs, shadow them, see what they was doing, picked up some things, then figure out like, all right, how can I make this flow for me? So never think you too big to do anything for free, or you too big to learn anything from anyone. As I said before, a wise man seeks counsel. You know,
Hmm.
yeah, a fool. He just goes. He, as he said, he. I hate the term. Oh, this person's a trailblazer. What? You mean to tell me you cut down all these trees and blaze a path where you already had all you had to do was continue on the road that was already paved, So, I know a lot of times we look at like, man, if I could talk to my younger self, man, you ain't gotta, you ain't gotta blaze no trails. All you gotta do is finish the road that's already been paved. You carve out your own lane within the craft. You know what I'm saying? So and then stay authentic to your true self and figure out what you can do to be you. There's only gonna be one you, and never feel like there's, you know, competition to where it's not enough for all of us to eat. I hear how DJs be like, they don't want to share information or,
Yeah.
share music or share songs. Like I can I can give, AJ my whole deck, my whole drive. That's my brother. When he's gonna play it a certain way and I'm gonna play it a certain way. I can give him the cookbook because he may throw a little extra paprika in there. Me, I'm
Mm.
light skinned, so I may give you a little smoked paprika. Give you a little Latin flavor. You know what I'm saying? So, never feel like somebody is going to take away from you just by being in the same space.
Yeah, that's dope, man. There's enough room for everybody. All us,
Absolutely.
we all in here. Jump
Mhm.
on in. Plenty of room.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
That's right.
We are not orphans. We are sons and daughters of the Most High. There's plenty of room. I had to just re-emphasize that, just piggyback on my brother, because that's what I heard. We are not orphans. I'll say it one more time. We are not orphans. Recognize the value. We are sons and daughters of the Most High. We are divine. We are extraterrestrial. We are celestial. There's plenty of room.
Mhm.
Do not believe the lie. It says that we do not have enough room for everybody and that we have to all have to grapple and scrapple and fight over this one little piece.
That's right.
It's a myth. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Only up here,
Mhm.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
as we are. So we're gonna slide on up out of here one time with a bang. We're gonna play one more of DJ Shane's blend situations, man. One of the other ones, man. While we getting ready to get to that, while AJ, is putting that up. We want to thank everybody for coming out to this dope interview. Had a ball just talking about the craft and the art of DJing and emceeing and the hip hop culture and just art culture and our culture and God's culture. mindsets and perspectives, you know what I mean, and everything we doing to expand and thrive and not just survive and cope.
Yeah.
You
And I
feel
appreciate y'all for having me, man. This has been dope.
me? Yeah, man, absolutely. R2BB podcast show. We rocking and knocking. Yes, indeed.
Appreciate the queen, Miss Joyful.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, always appreciate everybody for tuning in that's been rocking with us. You know, y'all been rolling strong. You know what I'm saying? To the Queen Joyful, to Anonymous, you know what I'm saying? Lady Carly, of course, to my beautiful Queen Havila, you know what I'm saying? To everybody who's been jumping in, to all the brothers and sisters and cousins and all of
That's
them
right.
kinfolk and them, how we say. So
That's
all of
right,
us
King.
here, man, just doing it, and like I said, just stabbing who we are, recognizing who we are, valuing who we are, and then collaborating because we recognize that we're not in competition with each other.
Absolutely.
Even when
That's
we
right.
having fun in the craft in a place of competition, it ain't about well, I'm actually looking to tear this person down. You know what I mean?
Iron sharpens iron.
That's
Yeah,
right.
all of that. You know what I mean? Like just love, man.
Mhm.
Love. So anyway, we're gonna drop this next blend and then we're gonna rock up out of here. Main man AJ Throwback on the ones and twos, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He
All right.
he you the Jimmy Fallon, he's the Questlove.
More. Like that. You know,
Straight like that.
yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. And talking about partnership and mentorship, as I say on record, AJ is one of the brothers that has been mentoring me on how to be a radio show host. Because see, before I was the Quest Love while somebody else was a Jimmy Fallon.
Ah, okay. That's what's up. And yes, shout out to AJ, man. You know what? Um, AJ he's that dude, man. If you've been I met you through AJ. You know what I'm saying? Like AJ he's that dude, man. I know he does a lot for other people. I just wanted, like I said, just take a minute and if you don't follow my man AJ, he got the Flowers Fridays going on. He hosts a couple radio shows with me on the Underground Lab. Like that's my guy right there. Like that's my brother. You know,
I
Yeah, man.
appreciate y'all, brothers, man. I
Oh,
do
and
really
by the
do.
absolutely.
way, on this from now on video, this brother made me go re-look up a word to remember what it meant. Maccornius Horace's. Good night. Good night.
I'm not gonna lie. When I wrote that line, I was like, "Ooh, okay,
Yeah,
okay."
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man. The
yeah.
most I said, here you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I tell everybody I have one ghostwriter, and that's God.
There you go. There you
God is
go.
my ghostwriter.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Now I understand that.
That was AJ Keith Murray right there.
Yeah, like yeah. 'Cause it interestingly enough, to an extent, it kind of that line did remind me of something witty Keith Murray would say because Keith Murray was witty with the way he would flip his rhymes and
Yeah.
patterns and all of that. But yeah,
Mhm.
but like, and then you already know what I say, AJ. My matter of fact, you about to make me sample of account basis something.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it. You know I was
Yeah.
thinking it. You know I was thinking it. I was like, I
Yeah,
need you to sample some Count Basie. Let's do this.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I've been playing around with just saying this thing, but it's really serious to me. AJ's flow reminds me of Count Basie. As far as jazz, bend, bang, swing.
Yeah. I could see AJ, you know, like directing the band at the Cotton Club, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, all of that, man. He just got embodies that whole like that classy gentleman aspect of the black excellence in our culture.
The
You know what I'm saying?
coolness. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like I love it, like because it's like he'll still come hard with the bars, but like the the cadences that he choose make you want to do
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You gotta start cutting the step. Like
Oh,
I love
yo,
it, man.
yeah, man, the joint that AJ jumped on for my album, actually the title track, "Hustle and Motivate." Yeah, my man, he came through and it killed that second verse. And
I
that
appreciate that.
night was that night was epic. That night
Yeah,
was epic when it
that was a
came.
great session right there. Great
Yeah,
session right there.
yeah. Actually, he brought his son to the studio, and I think you said that was your first
Leon
time.
Passawan, yes.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
ever been
yes,
to the
that's right.
studio with you? Yeah.
That was the first time he had ever been to the studio. That's right, first time. So
Wow.
he got to
Yeah,
see me. Actually, that was the first time he ever got to see me record a verse.
that's dope. That's
Yeah,
dope.
that's
Yeah,
And,
dope. That's dope.
and what I love is like and I got a song called Skyline with my brother Yusha Assad, and on the line I say, man, when I realized and God spoke to me and told me like I was a living and breathing artifact, like when I understood like the weight of that, like yo, that's crazy. So like in my you know my script of life, when they look at my lifeline, you know, AJ's gonna be there. Gideon Peoples is gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Like to know that we actually making history together is crazy. That's why I don't take nothing for granted.
Mm. Nah, I dig that, man. That's real.
Yeah, that means when God looks at this time, you know, this date, this second, this time, there's a section in that wormhole, that time capsule, that we're actually taking up space in this moment together.
Mm-hmm.
that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Yeah,
beautiful sentiment right there, and a
Yeah, I get it. I
beautiful way
love
to
that
put it.
right there. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
powerful.
listen, on that note, we gonna run that blend from main man DJ Shane in the building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? R2BB podcast show. We love y'all. Back at it. Oh yeah, stay tuned. I might even tonight go on and do a live just to make sure y'all know for sure. Or it's going down tomorrow at 3 o'clock, baby. You better
all
see
right. Yeah.
it. Yes, indeed. Hit it.
DJ Shane, drop it. Salute King.
Boy, you really get me high.
salute king.